Hey, what's up guys? So over the last month of creating videos on my channel, I have got a lot of questions about fragrances that are office safe. So I decided that I am now going to do once a week 4 different fragrances that I feel are office safe so that you can go into work, you can be professional, you won't be overpowering or offend anybody. So without further ado, let's get it. Welcome back everyone, this is Randy aka Fragrance Dude. Thanks for joining me again for another video. So again, I am now starting a new series. It is the Office Safe Fragrances. I hope you like the trailer. That I'm going to be doing once a week. There's going to be 3 to 4 fragrances every week. This week is 4. And what inspired me to do it was not only your comments over the last month, but also it jogged my memory. I work for a healthcare organization in Pittsburgh where now I have my own office, but for the long time I worked in really close proximity to a lot of different people in cubicles, and there was a certain circumstance where a lady had a very high sensitivity to certain smells, and a kid came in wearing a highly offensive Projection Beast cologne that's more for like date nights. And I remember she was sneezing, she was having a hard time breathing to the point where we actually had to send him home. So I'm going to be doing a list today, and today, because this is my first video in the series, I'm going to be doing all fragrances that are original to their lines. Alright, so I'm going to get started on my list of 4 here, and all 4 of these are going to be Eau de Toilettes. I feel like for office fragrances, Eau de Toilettes are the best way to go, although there are exceptions to that rule. But the first one on my list here is from the house of Yves Saint Laurent. It is Y Eau de Toilette. So this fragrance is one that, if you know anything about it, it has been recently discontinued over the last couple weeks. It hasn't been discontinued fully like a lot of other fragrances have, or for the reason that other fragrances have. It is being discontinued in order to be reformulated and then re-released under a different formula, which I'm guessing is just going to be a slight change to this. So there's been a lot of hate about this fragrance. It's a nice citrusy, fresh, aromatic opening with a musky and slightly woody base. It's not a Projection Beast. It's not a performance beast. It's moderate across the board. But this is one of the best fragrances when it comes to going to work. I mean, the office fragrances that you're looking for are ones that aren't offensive. They sit closer to your skin. They're nice, they're fresh, they're airy, and that is exactly what this does. Even if you're not looking for office safe fragrances, this is a great fragrance if you're getting out of the shower, if you're going to the gym. It's a really multi-versatile fragrance, and honestly, just because all the other ones like the Eau de Parfum and the Parfum came out in the line and then kind of just made this one go by the wayside, I still really like this fragrance. And if you can find this online before it is reformulated, I don't know how the reformulation will smell, but I can tell you that this is a very great fragrance for what it does. It lasts about 6 to 8 hours, which you don't need any more for a work fragrance. It's probably going to be on the lower end of that. All right, and so the next one in this list is again from YSL, and it is one that has inspired a whole lot of fragrances, and that is Yves Saint Laurent L'Homme. So again, going with the trend today, this is another OG from its line. It has inspired so many different flankers to the point where it actually created an entire new line of La Nuit de L'Homme. So this fragrance has literally inspired probably 30 or 40 fragrances in the last 15 years. It is still good to this day. As you can tell, I just bought this brand new bottle, and it is a great office safe fragrance. It is ideal. It's an ideal take on the fresh and spicy type fragrance, but it's not an offensive spice. Really what this does, it's a great mixture of tonka bean, ginger, and vetiver that give you a freshness from the ginger, some warmth from that tonka bean, and then you get that vetiver coming in to give it that dryness, and it's just a very nice fragrance. It does have a slightly citrusy opening, but more on the fresh and aromatic side of citrus, not the sweet and cloying type of citrus. Again, it's going again with the trend. It is a moderate performer. It's nothing that jumps off the page on you. It gives you your own little personal bubble, which is exactly what you're looking for in an office type fragrance. It has a little bit better of a longevity than the one previous, but it still gets you about 7 to 8 hours, which is exactly what you need for an 8-hour workday. And again, it's not going to jump off the page, it's not going to be over offensive, and it's a great fragrance. So that is YSL L'Homme. Alright, and so the third one on my list is probably going to get some eye rolls, but I'm maintaining the original status here. And so the OG in the line, I understand there are better ones in this line, but it is Dolce & Gabbana, the one Eau de Toilette. I call this my desk drawer fragrance. I have the one Parfum, Eau de Parfum, and I have the one Intense as well as Mysterious Night. And so I'd rather wear those just like on my way to work or just for my daily fragrance. But this is my desk drawer fragrance. If I smell myself and I can't smell myself anymore, this is one that you can spray 10 times, walk into a meeting, 5 minutes later, sit next to somebody, and it won't be overly offensive to them. It is a nice, warm, slightly spicy with a nice sweetness to it that can be worn all year round, better in the fall and the winter, but it's a very mild performer. You get about 4 or 5 hours out of this. It doesn't project more than like 4 or 5 inches away from you, really. It's nothing crazy, and if it does project for that first like hour, it's not going to be offensive to anybody because it's nice, it's fresh, it has that vanilla hint to it. But for the most part, you're getting this ambery tobacco, really nice, subtle fragrance that is just, it's not offensive to anybody. It's great for work, and it's a nice, easy pull. Put it in your desk drawer. I found it at TJ Maxx for 20 bucks. I know that it smells just like the Eau de Parfum, which can be $60, and what better than just to put it in your desk drawer if you want to refresh your fragrance throughout the day. Alright, so last but not least is one that's near and dear to my heart. It's something that I've been wearing since probably 2000. It's not one of those fragrances that's old or old-fashioned, and it's not one that's going to get old-fashioned. And I just absolutely love it. And it's an Eau de Toilette. It's from the House of Hugo Boss, and that is Boss Bottled, or Boss Bottled number 7. This is just, it's just too good. So I know there's people that hate on it just because they don't like Boss, but I don't really care if you don't like Boss, because this fragrance has got me more compliments throughout the last 20 years than any other fragrance I own. It attracts people who like fall and winter fragrances because it has that warm and spicy feel from the cinnamon and the apple. And then it attracts the people who like fresh fragrances because it has the fruity and fresh notes like the apple. Great signature scent that you can wear morning, afternoon, evening. You can wear it to a funeral, to a wedding. You can wear it in spring, summer, fall, winter. You can wear it anytime you want. It's not overly offensive, but it projects enough to people to compliment you. The reformulations, it used to last about 8 hours or so, and now it lasts about 6. But I don't really care because I'll just leave it in my car and spray it again or put a travel atomizer in my pocket. This fragrance is too good, and it will always be good. It's not the best fragrance ever by any means, but it's one that if you're looking for compliments, you don't want to offend anybody, you want something that will project, and again, as long as you're okay with just spraying it on again, it's the fragrance that's great. It gets you that gourmand aspect, it gets you that fruity aspect, gets you that fresh aspect, gets you that warm aspect, gets you that spicy aspect, gets you everything. It hits all of the marks except for, as of a few years ago, performance, which really it's not the full performance because it still does project well. It's more along the lines of just longevity. So again, the 4 that I have here is Eau de Toilette, YSL L'Homme, Dolce & Gabbana, the one Eau de Toilette, and Boss Bottled. And so if you like these type of videos, again, it's going to be the office safe fragrances. And I just wanted to start out because this is my original video. I wanted to start out with the originals from the line. My favorite from this list is probably Boss Bottled, as you could tell, but I do love all 4. And I'm going to do 4 more next week. If you guys have any other questions or any recommendations for me to put in my next video, let me know. Also, let me know if you like the trailer, if you want me to change it up. But thank you for tuning in, and please like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Look out for my giveaways coming soon again.